Hey, this is Reverend Sean over at the Center Path. Come walk with me, and we're going to find out how meditation and mindfulness can be the gateway to a better life. So, we're looking at meditation as a process, right? Mindfulness as a process. Now, mindfulness is a watered down version of what true meditation really is. Now, of course, we can just sit and veg out under a tree, which is a great thing. We need relaxation. We need time out, and we need time to just ponder or just to let our minds kind of like have some free time. It's not a bad thing. If we talk about the monkey mind or the wild mind, it needs some time to blow off some steam, and it's okay to do that. Now, many times we can do that with other things like activities, whether it's going to be drawing or journaling or playing music or listening to music or something like that. Those are good restful things for the mind. However, if we want to get into meditation as a process to make a better life and have less stress and these kind of things, we have to go way, way, way beyond just sitting around. Because to become what we would say enlightened, which really is about 3 or 4 things that we're trying to do. We're trying to battle ignorance with wisdom. We're trying to battle craving with generosity and with release, right? We're letting go of things. And we're trying to battle, for example, enmity and anger and frustration with loving kindness. We develop those things, compassion, loving kindness, wisdom, generosity. As we develop those, our world gets better. That's just the way it is. Now, once we've achieved all 3 of those, that's basically nirvana. That's enlightenment. People keep talking about enlightenment. They have no idea what they're talking about. They have no idea what they mean. And it's like, I'm going to get a gold medal in shot put, but I've never even seen or held the shot before, the ball. I've never even been on the field. And I'm going to do it by the end of the week, by the end of the month. That's ridiculous. It takes time to get better at doing these things. We do have to spend our time to sit. That's samatha. That's just sitting. Just sit to become still. We become still, we become calm. As we become calmer, we can actually look and see things as they are. As we look and see things as they are, we start to develop a better idea of the way things truly are and the cause and effect of those things, and then we can develop wisdom. And as we develop wisdom, we start seeing the world as it kind of really is, and we start having our heart go out towards people, places, things, and all the little critters and animals and all the sentient beings, and we develop compassion. Well, that's the goal of Buddhist meditation, to make your life better. Not just your life better so you had a rest and now you can go out and go crazy. There's a really good short video by Sem Rinpoche, which I'll try and put down in the comment section. I really like it. I'm not a big fan of his all the time, but he really hits the nail on the head with this one. It's really good. It's just about meditation versus spirituality. A lot of people try to say that they're spiritual because they meditate, which basically says, like, chickens are spiritual because they sit all the time. You're not going to be spiritual just because you sit down, right? There has to be a process involved. And there's a modus operandi. There's a reason for the stuff that we do, okay? And in Buddhism, if we're beginning Buddhism or developing Buddhism or we're getting into it deeper, it's very good to get into and really study some of the nuanced things that we do. I've talked before about prostrations and offerings at the altar and observing some of the holidays and stuff like that. Really good things to do as a meditation, because meditation becomes a part of everyday life. And when we bring it in that, it becomes more and more part of everyday life. You want to really get in with the way things are, the Tao, if you will. You want to really be present to your moments, and they're only the ones that you have. So meditation will help you do that. Now, just sitting, letting the mind calm down is a good first step. Some people can't do that at first. They kind of like lose it. They grab onto the reins of their wild mind and they're off on the ride. That can happen, but we have to have a process and a teacher or some kind of coaching system or a coaching group or group of people that we're accountable to help us stay in the realm of what the meditation intent is. Okay, we have to have a good intention for meditation too. Is a very good thing to have, because if you don't have an intention, it's like not having a goal. It's nice for just a lolly trip. We call it a kattiwampu, but it's not good if you want to get somewhere. You have to have like an idea of where you're going to go, where you're going to refuel, etc. Right? That would make sense. That's really the crux or the commonality of Buddhist meditation and other forms of meditation as we find them. Now, it's not just about, getting a clear mind and getting rest, because we can do that with sleep if we take care of ourselves properly. Meditation is to cultivate, which we've talked about, cultivating the mind, the body, and the speech, and getting those things so that they're the best choices possible at the time. This is where we get into like the Eightfold Path, the right effort, right speech, all of these different things, all of the Eightfold Path, which I have in another video. I'll try and put it up over here somewhere. I'll put it like later. And you can go watch that. Don't forget to subscribe and to like, because we're doing a lot more on just meditation. We're going to go into the 50 demons that you approach in meditation. It's an older book, and it's a part of another set of teachings, which I'll get into a little deeper. There's a lot of issues that occur with meditation. I don't think that people understand that there are, I don't want to say hazards, but there are some things that are going to trip you up, okay, and they're going to cause you to doubt some things, and that's actually part of meditation. That's one of the hindrances actually to meditative practice is doubt, and so we have to overcome that with better practices. That's how we do it. So go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We're going to go over a little bit more in the next 3 or 4 minutes. When you're doing your meditation, take your time, have your intention, follow your breath, focus, and then end it and let it go. Just like you're going to do with every thought that comes into your head, every weird idea that comes into your head. Now, if you're having a lot of them and you find out that you're having some pretty darn good ideas, which does happen, keep a pad of paper next to you. There's nothing wrong with that, especially in the beginning, because you'll get better at remembering it later anyway. And you become clearer and come up with those good ideas, or remember things that you needed to do, because everybody has sat in meditation and thought of the 1,400 things that you were supposed to do before sitting down. And then you find other things like procrastinating things that you wanted to get done in order to open yourself up so you can sit. Right? Because I gotta fold the socks, I gotta clean out the dishwasher, I gotta mop the floor. Oh, I should go out and water the garden first. Oh, the dog's nails need to be cut, etc. All these kind of weird things come into your mind, and those are just the ego trying to keep its own control. Right? We're trying to get rid. You're never going to get rid of your ego. Your ego disappears when you die, and it goes off into the ethers. Yours doesn't end. Everybody has one. Everybody maintains one. They talk about the death of the ego. No such thing. It might fall asleep for a little bit or pass out. Maybe you KO'd it. I don't know. But it doesn't go away, because every one of the people who say that they've had an ego death, it's still alive. It's still alive and well inside them. Challenge them and see what happens, right? That's one of the things that happens. As we work on this, as we progress in our meditative development, our cultivation of our mind, body, and speech, then we actually become more calm anyway, because we understand that it doesn't matter. We've got bigger things to deal with. We've got more important things that we're thinking about, we're getting into. We're trying to make sure that we're in this moment now and staying alive how we are now. We're enjoying our life as it is, which is the most important thing. So, this is Reverend Sean over the Center Path. Again, don't forget to subscribe. It's free, right? And this is kind of like free training. We're going to get it more into the Buddhist meditative processes, some of the physiology of Buddhism, really the physiology of meditation, and the psychology of it, which is kind of like areas you're not supposed to really get into, but we need to discuss those things and look at how meditation can help a healthy mind become healthier. It's not great for an ill mind at first, maybe later with some other things that you would want to add to it. If you're having a mental illness, or you're having severe depression, or you're having anxiety, or you're having suicidal ideations and suicidal thoughts and those kind of things, it's best to get a team approach and get some good, maybe counseling from an actual therapist or psychologist or whatever it is, and make sure you check in on your your body, your nutrition. Your nutrition is very important with your mind, believe it or not. There's a lot of things that we're missing out on, especially if we don't get outside, we don't get any vitamin D, and that's a precursor to a lot of hormones and neurotransmitters, which we need to feel normal. So we want to have those kind of things. I do, in my practice, we do a lot of nutritional stuff because it's useful, and it can keep people from having to increase their medications if they're on medications. It keeps them or helps them actually wean off over time with the other parts of the process. So if we have someone who's working on their mind with counseling and meditation, and they're working on their chemistry with perhaps maybe medications and a lot of nutrition and then clean living, etc., that kind of thing, and then they're working on their physical body by getting outside and moving around, then we're better at getting the good results with meditation. Now, of course, you can have bad results with meditation, but that's because of bad direction. You don't have a teacher. You don't have there's no sila, it's called, actually, which is morality. There's no morality in it, and that means it's basically just pretty hollow. You might as well just sit around and fall asleep, which is fine, right? If that's what you need. But many of us are trying to how can we make life better, and be better, and all that kind of stuff. So do your meditations. Remember, start off at 5 minutes a day. 10 minutes a day is fine. That's a good place to start getting that practice starting, right? Don't jump in and do 45 minutes or an hour or 2 hours a day. That's amazing, but you don't need to do that right now. You'll get to a point where you're going to find the usefulness of it, and you're going to want to do it, and that's different. Don't force yourself yet. Right now, let's just get ourselves used to the sitting process. Maybe movement meditation, walking meditation, qigong, tai chi, dance, just moving. I don't know, walking around, swimming. All of these things are very good for you because the body and mind are connected, right? They're part of the same unit that keeps you going, so we have to take care of both of them. This is Reverend Sean over the Center Path. You guys take care of yourselves. Don't forget to do your meditations, and I'll talk to you later.